Would you consider Damian Lillard an MVP candidate, or has he missed too many games?
Well, he has missed a lot of games. My issue is they're 25 and 26 and not even in the playoffs, but he is definitely a candidate, in my opinion. This man is on a tear. He's one of the best point guards in the National Basketball Association, and he's on my fantasy basketball team. And I find it so funny because even on his like off nights, yesterday definitely wasn't an off night, but like 2 nights ago, Dame will score like 4 points in the first quarter, and the fantasy chat on Yahoo is like freaking out, like bust, bomb, like trading you, and it's just like, well, no, he's actually about to drop at least 35, so he's keeping them alive right now.
Over his last 10 games, he's averaging 38 points, 8.5 assists, 4.5 rebounds, while shooting 52.4% from the field and 40.7% from three.
It's just insane. It's mesmerizing. And I was a little bit, just like the picture on the screen, I was not worried, but Dylan Brooks was on him, like what on Rice in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game last night. I'm thinking, oh man, like I'm going up against the Celtics right now. Like I really need Dame to not get locked up by Dylan Brooks tonight. I shouldn't have panicked. I should have just trusted the system, trusted the process. And yeah, I saw Jeremy Grant went down early. And there was a little bit of concern there that Memphis was going to... John Moran almost had a triple dub at halftime. So it was... I'm really glad they pulled off that victory because they need these victories.
Yeah, for me, I just think it's I can't speak right now, but it's unreal that Damian Lillard is scoring basically 40 points a night with 52% from the field. Like the other day, I don't know if you know this, that 60-point game, he was the most efficient 60-point game in NBA history.
Yeah, we should have talked about that a little bit more because that was...
It happened on the weekend. That's why I think it was Friday night it happened.
I think it was like Thursday.
Was it?
Watching Portland games can be difficult sometimes for me because it's on at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, Portland. I watch a lot of Portland because it's the last game on usually. So
yeah.
It's like 11 p.m. midnight, and when I get home from like work or my girlfriend leaves, I turn on NBA, and it's usually a Portland or a Nuggets game is the last game on TV.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually catch a lot of Portland and Nuggets game. I catch a lot of West Coast games because it's the last game on TV.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I mean, I've always been a Damian Lillard fan since 2012 when he came into the NBA. His story.
Weber State. The Southern Utah Big Sky Conference. I actually think they changed it.
Wait, where is Weber State?
I believe it's in Utah.
Is it actually?
But wait. No, it's going to be in like...
It's Utah.
Is Ogden. It Utah? Okay.
Ogden, Utah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Is it D1?
Yes.
Oh, but it's Big Sky.
We almost beat your ass a couple of weeks ago at Kansas Blowhawks.
That was your Utah State.
Yeah.
Oh, the Big Sky Conference is like pretty fucking shit.
It's not the best, but it is always.
How did they convince Cal Poly, UC Davis, and Sacramento State to join?
I think those first two are recent. It's always kind of cool to see who gets into the March Madness, though, because sometimes they pull off the upset.
Oh, they're affiliate members.
Okay.
UC Davis and Cal Poly. Yeah.
There's some talent there, though. Like they always have some D1 players, whether it's football or basketball.
But with Damian Lillard, do you think this is a team that they're like, for me, if I was not the Hawks, but I mean, John Collins is what I was going to say. But if I was Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic and Josh Hart are supposedly available. I don't think the money works, but if you move around, if you can try to convince Bogdan and John Collins to be for like Yusuf Nurkic and Josh Hart, that's not realistic. What I was
doesn't interest me.
Yeah. What I was going to say, the real thing is if OG Anunoby's
That's
available.
what I was gonna say. John Collins can keep his 9 points he had, his whopping 9 points he had last night.
Would you package Hart and Nurkic for?
You don't need to. I don't think they're gonna need to. I don't think Nurkic is gonna trade because he's not on a horrible contract and he is
They want to move on. It's
reliable. Why?
No.
When did that happen?
He's a liability this year on defense, like pretty bad on defense.
Their whole team's kind of a liability on defense.
I know,
saw a
and-
trade where it was
They want a defensive big man.
it was Josh Hart. Go get Nerlens and have both. I saw Josh Hart, Keon Johnson, 2 firsts and a second for OG Anunoby. It might have been 3 firsts, but I believe it was 2 firsts.
I would do Keon Johnson 3 firsts and Josh Hart for OG Anunoby.
Yeah.
Imagine that lineup of Simons, Lillard, OG, Jeremy Grant. Like Jeremy Grant and OG would just like literally be the 2 best perimeter defending duo in the league.
Yeah, I really like the idea of OG.
It's just also Rashawn Holmes is supposedly not getting bought out anymore. A rumor came out saying what you said, the contract, that he's a candidate for next year to be bought out, not this year.
I get that you can, throw on who was the forget who the example was, but it was it wasn't Wesley Johnson. It was somebody that name I haven't heard of in a while.
Kyle Singler.
Yeah, Kyle Singler. Isn't he from Duke?
Yeah, I think he was. And there's still
my boy.
And Kyle Singler got paid for what because when you waive a multi-year contract, it's called stretching. And they stretched Kyle Singler's contract. Kyle Singler, I don't think he's played since
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I mean, basically that contract let him retire. Oh wait, no, he actually after the Thunder in 2018, he went and played in Spain.
Oh, okay.
I mean, good for him. But basically, they had originally signed him to a 4-year, $19 million deal. And so basically in 2018, they cut him. To this season, they have been paying him $999,200 a year. In 2018, he got basically $1 million. In 2019, he got $1 million. In 2020, he got $1 million. In 2021, he got $1 million. In 2022, he got $1 million. And I believe they still have to pay him how much longer?
To be honest with you, that works for me. I don't know if it does for you.
Oh, that would be beautiful. I think this is the last year they're paying him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is the last year they pay him. But
an interesting team for this Blazers, real quick, could be because it's going to be weird trading away Nurkic when they need center help. A team could be the Charlotte Hornets. You never know.
I mean, Mason Plumlee and Kelly Oubre for Yusuf Nurkic and Josh Hart.
I don't know. I have a bias towards Yusuf Nurkic and Josh Hart.
I do want to pivot right here and talk about a guy that should we be scared that this team isn't ready?